Oh, hello there. Welcome to Metrosix. It's the capital of Delaire. But more importantly for our story, it's a dangerous place. For 14 years, the city has dealt with a succession crisis, each one of the throne sitters dying within the month. However, rising from the poor forgotten 6th District, an heir to a fallen house and his trusted allies endeavor to break the noble's misbegotten deadlock. While it could be dangerous to step into the conflict, success here wouldn't just mean safety and stability for the sticks. But for the whole of Delaire.
Welcome back to Toss the Dice, Thieves and Kings. Before we dig into the episode, we have someone very special to announce. So, someone will be joining the podcast, and the reason why they're very special is because they are very special to Aaron. Aaron, would you care to explain why?
Yeah, it's actually my beautiful adult caretaker wife, Rachel, and I'm super excited to have her on.
Hi guys, yeah, I'm Rachel. I am Aaron's wife and sometimes caretaker. No, I'm just kidding. We take care of each other, honestly. Children and adult bodies. Yeah, but I'm excited to be here and to have some fun with you guys.
Woohoo!
And we are happy to have you. So, you will be meeting her character in the episode shortly. But before that, we left off on a very tense moment. You remember Devair's last words. If I don't make it, I'll be sure you don't either. Aurelius, your mind returns to an oddity in the phrase. If I don't make it, the man is dead at your feet. Only, looking closer, you realize another oddity. Not a single drop of blood. As you look carefully, the illusory projection from a smuggler's arcanum drops as the damaged automaton loses power.
Bro.
Too damaged to function properly. However, Piper knows that Devair had to be close to send the transmission to the smuggler's arcanum, projecting his voice and will on the automaton. That's just how the arcanum works. It is at this point that you hear a loud snapping sound as a trapdoor somewhere in the building below swings open. Through the window, you can see a man in black with his hat pulled down low, walking out. Before you can react to chase after him, you hear a thud as wood beams slide into the place, and you hear the hiss of gas filling the room. You can see the man in black raise something to his lips, staticky and pitchy through the arcanum. With the failing power source, you hear, "Down with Aurelius, High Lord of Ruins and Rubble." Devair Black is getting away. You have fallen right into his trap. However, you have your own ace in the hole, worried that something like this may happen. One, Eliana, a thief of yours, stands on the roof. Eliana, you can see as Devair runs away. However, you heard gunshots, and then you heard as mechanisms slid into place, and you become concerned that the more pressing concern is not the person getting away, but the life of your High Lord and his confidants within the building. As you look over the side of the building, you can see that there are windows into the room that they would presumably be in, but those windows are barred shut. From the inside, you four, there is obviously the windows with the bars. There's the secret passageway, and there is a door as well. However, on Aurelius's orders, last time, Haven destroyed and sealed the door, destroyed the locking mechanism, sealing the door shut. So, who would like to be first to act?
Okay.
Okay.
I whip out my electric cannon, my lightning cannon, and I'm gonna
Does it
blow a
fit
hole
in
through
this
the window.
room?
Okay.
I'm gonna ask a question.
Yes.
So if there's like literal gas entering this room and we pull out an electric cannon,
Will we
I'm
all
going to-
explode and
I don't
die?
think
Yeah.
it's that kind of gas. I think it's like a poison gas. I don't think it's a flammable gas.
I don't know. He did say
know that.
rule and ruin, which makes me think big boom boom and rocks.
Mm.
The bottom line is that you aren't sure what the gas is, and so you could potentially fire the lightning cannon, but it is a gamble, right? Aaron isn't wrong. It could be, and so you don't, like 50-50 chance. Toss a coin. Will it kill you? Will it not? You're welcome to make that take that chance.
Okay. What's the floor? Is it wooden?
Yes. In fact, you test very quickly, and it seems that most of the things that are designed to keep you in were made of wood. So, as stated last time, DeVere seemed to know the entire crew very intimately, and it seems that he is prepared for you in particular, Haven, by making all of these mechanisms out of wood, not metal.
Okay. Flashback.
But the bars on the window are metal, right?
The bars on the windows are the only metal piece. They didn't slide into place afterwards. They were already there.
Okay.
Well, let's bust that open and get the gas out of here.
Would it be possible for me to do so? First of all,
Potentially. I will remind you that your control over metal doesn't have it isn't Magneto levels. It's not like you can rip apart a building with it. So you could try, but it's not likely to succeed.
okay. In that case, then flashback. I would like to actually first. Is the floor hollow? Can I cut a hole through it?
You could. It would lead to the floor below. This is the second story of the building.
Okay.
You definitely could.
Okay.
It might take some time though. Like even if you had like a power saw, it would take some time to cut a hole in the floor.
Would any explosives be out of the question?
It's a 50-50 gamble, right?
Oh,
Right. It's a gamble. It could cause the whole thing to go sky high, or it could do nothing. Either way, I want to start by having everyone, if you would like, you can roll a resistance prowess check against what is happening. I guess it's
I
not a
would
check,
like.
but a resistance roll.
Okay.
Me included,
As,
or no, because I'm outside.
No, because you're outside. In fact, I think this is a good time to give you the floor, as you have plenty of gear necessary for rappelling down the side of the building. In
Okay.
fact, you didn't have to pack very lightly because you yourself were not trying to blend in as someone looking to purchase. And so you, having your gear, rappel down to the window, and you can attempt to pry open the bars with your with some of your wrecking gear.
Okay.
How does that sound?
How likely is that to work? Like, is the wrecking gear made to be able to specifically affect the glass or the metal? or both?
Yeah, you've got a crowbar that could pry up the bars on this window.
Okay.
In fact, if Haven were to help you, it would probably be pretty easy.
Oh, I actually also have a crowbar, so I could help her on the other side.
That would be perfect.
Really quick, what was the roll again? The resistance roll? I forget what stat it was.
Yeah.
Prowess.
Okay.
So does that mean take a look at your prowess sheet, and then if it has 2 dots, you roll 2 dice, or is that how it works?
Correct. You count the first dot in each row as your prowess roll.
Okay, and then so since I have 2, I roll 2. Is that correct? Okay,
Yep.
And then okay, I'll just go from there.
And when you make a resistance roll, you automatically resist the effect. However, the lower you roll, the less, the more stress you take.
Oh, okay.
I got a 6 to resist.
You got a 6. Okay, so
Yeah.
you don't take any stress.
I got a 5.
Mhm.
So you take 1 stress.
Okay.
I got a 5 as well.
Also, quick question: are these windows like human size, like they could escape potentially from these windows, or are they high up and unattainable, or too small? Like, what would be the point of breaking these? Just to get the gas out, or to get them out as well?
Maybe
You
both.
could definitely both. You could get out through this window.
Because if we can get out of this window, I have my vehicle. So if we can all get out, I have a spyglass. I could try to keep track of him and see if we want to still chase him down. If we can get out, it could be an option.
Yeah, definitely. DeVere thinks he has you made, but if you play your cards right, you could definitely catch up to him. He hasn't necessarily gotten away yet. You know that he had to be in the room below. That's the only way he could operate the Arcanum. So,
I got a 6.
Ooh, nice.
okay. So that means no stress for you, and then 1 stress for Elise and 1 stress for Paul. As far as the window is concerned, it is big enough for you to get out of. It's a little high up, but it's not above your heads. So it's probably like 4 feet off the ground from starting at the bottom. And yeah, so you could definitely get out. The major concern would be actually getting to the floor, because you're on the 2nd story, so you might have to jump right off. But in any case, let's go ahead and start with having you make a group check to open this window. You might be able to make it happen with Eliana's help on the outside.
So me, Elise, and Paul, or all of us?
All of you. I will real quickly say that for everyone except Aurelius, who has indeed met this person who is hanging outside the window before, for the 3 of you, she glides down. She's pretty. She has flowing brown hair that is tied up tight for this mission, and she wears the garb of a thief. And she has these graceful movements that you just know instinctively by looking at her that she is an expert at moving silently. Just, you can tell, just from the way she glides on the side of the building.
Okay.
Go ahead and make that group check. I assume that rec would be the optimal thing to use here. However, if you want to make an argument for something else, I am all ears.
Okay.
And,
I have 1 in rec, and I rolled a 5.
Okay,
we're gonna
5?
start. I rolled a
1.
4.
I got a
4?
3.
3?
I got both mine are 5, so 5.
Oh, nice. Okay, so that is a mixed success. And then leading the group action is Eliana, and you take 1, 2. Actually, what did you get, Paul?
I got a 4.
You got a 4. Okay, so you only take 1 stress. Not bad at all. So, mixed success though. The bars peel away from the wall as brick tumbles to the floor, the bolts being forced free of their stone mounts, and the window is smashed open. However, it doesn't break cleanly. It is sharp, and you do run the risk of cutting yourself on the way out. That is the complication.
Can I do something?
You absolutely may.
Okay, so I have my crowbar. I'm going to attempt to kind of run it along the base of the window to clear as many of the big bits as I can. Is there a rug on the floor?
There is actually a rug on the floor.
All right, I'm going to take it and drape it. And if it's not thick enough, I'll double it up and try and cover the base of the window. So at least that will be a little less likely to be something we can injure ourselves on.
Yeah. As you pull the rug free and throw it over the window, you actually see that there is a mechanism on the floor. Nobody triggered it at the time, but there was a trap in this room.
Oof. Nice.
I'm going to yell out to what's
Eliana. Me?
Whoa, no, to Piper, and I'm gonna say I'm going to basically like push her and be like, first one out. Grab because my idea here is that she'll grab the Arcanum, throw the vehicle out there, and then isn't it about as tall as a 2-story building?
I have a ladder. That's one of the random things that I have in my thing. I also have a grappling hook on my wrist, so I can just grapple down real quick, kind of just repel from my grappling hook.
The vehicle is not that big though, to answer your question. Okay. Yeah, if you were to jump down, you would mostly be relying on the suspension of the vehicle to cushion your fall, but that might do more damage to the vehicle than it does cushion you.
All right.
In any case, yeah, you could definitely whip out a ladder from your Arcanum and slide it down.
So as I put the ladder up and everyone's coming down, I immediately take out my vehicle, and I actually mount my Gatling gun on there.
I will say real quick though that the rug trick and the smashing the window, it's a good trick, and for that I will give you increased effect on whatever on the action roll to get out through the window. But I want everyone to either make a I want you to make some kind of check to get through. I guess it's up to you what action you're taking, but right now the obstacle is still sharp edges. But it is easier now with the rug and with the broken glass. So definite win.
For mine, I would like to try and use wreck to get through the window. My reasoning being that she is gonna go after Piper and try and like maybe literally muscle more of it out of the way for the people behind her. Would that work?
So you want to be basically first through, and you want to be the one who smashes through the window.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll
Okay.
say that it'll work, but you're definitely at a higher risk of cutting yourself than other people.
Wait, can she
Who are going through more
transform
carefully.
just her arms?
If she's willing to potentially give up her secret identity.
I am not willing to give up my identity. I rolled a 5.
Okay. You smash through the window, and it does mostly work, but you do get a bit of a gash on your arm. You are welcome to roll resistance to resist the consequences.
Would this resistance roll be in prowess?
Yes.
Then yeah, I'll take that. I get 3 dice to prowess, so.
Okay. Who's next?
I will, following after Elektra, I will prowl out of it.
You're gonna slink your way out of the door, prowling like a snake, like a sneaky snake.
Yes, a slithery snake.
My resistance roll was a 6, just really quick.
Yes, you gain no stress as a result.
I got a 4.
So, you likewise glide through the window. It's not that bad. When you place your hand on the rug, there is a sharp point that pokes through, and you instinctively recoil, and you slide down and miss a rung, and you kind of jar your leg. So just take 1 level of harm.
Okay.
You've got 2 boxes in harm, so you won't have negative effects until you get 2 first level tallies of harm. So no negative effects yet. It is a minor injury, though.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Where am I right now? Am I still like hanging with my climbing gear just there, or did I climb back up on the roof, or like what did I? Am I just chilling?
You are just chilling right there on the window after having busted it open. Which actually means you are welcome to help people out if you so choose.
If she decided not to do anything, Piper was just gonna gesture to her to get on the vehicle, just to get ready to take off from there.
Okay. Let's take the time though to have Elise go next. What are you rolling to get out of this window now that you have rigged it to be less dangerous? Aurelius will be next, and then Eliana will forego the check as she is not having to go through the window.
I'll use finesse.
Okay.
I am going to, as I go out of the window, I actually take a bit of the rug that's slat and kind of use it under my hands to give it a 3rd layer of cushion. Actually, that would be 4 because I doubled it, so it's 4 layers of cushion. And then I kind of finesse it and finesse myself, and then I kind of let it slide, and I kind of maneuver myself into the ladder.
What is your roll?
Oh. We'll be babu. Ooh, 4.
4. Okay.
It's all right.
You likewise glide fairly gracefully, but as you leap through the window, afraid of the glass, you likewise miss a rung, and you immediately knock your knee against the wall, giving yourself the same matching. It's so cute. You guys are matching now with your little first level harm.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, man. Actually, so as she notices that, because I'm assuming, did Haven go out first, or did she go out first?
I went out first.
Remember that if you don't want to take harm, you can always resist it with prowess.
Okay.
However, you're likely to take stress, so you can choose to take stress instead of harm, whichever one you're more worried about.
I'll take the harm.
Okay. Then, next up, Aurelius.
I finesse with a 5.
Okay.
Better off than
You
me.
watch the 2 people in front of you both glide through the window gracefully and then immediately knock their knees on the wall outside with a loud yelp. And you are determined not to miss a ladder rung, and so you climb carefully through the window, making sure that you have a firm planting on your feet. But on the side of the window was this sharp piece of glass that that catches you. Harm or resistance? Are you going to resist it?
I'm taking it.
Okay, then you have a little gash. Then you just put it in the first level harm category. That is thanks to Piper's little trick, which gave you increased effect on your rolls. So you have all made it outside the house. You're pulling out the vehicle, correct, Piper?
Yes.
All right. So the vehicle, remind me, did you prioritize getting the public transport up and running, or did you prioritize beefing up your own vehicles with power cores and things? Does it still run on pedal power?
No, I actually prioritized mine. Mine is my baby. I want it to be in tip-top shape and as useful as it can be in a pinch.
Good deal. So you whip out a vehicle, and there are seats for everyone. However, Eliana, you will have to ride on the side of the vehicle, like a cool guy.
Sick.
As you climb through the window, once again, you three have never met Eliana. Only Aurelius has. And so I'm curious, what do you say to her as you climb out of the window?
David, he just kind of mutters to himself about how Devere is getting away, realizing that Eliana is right there with us. He immediately turns to her and says, "Thank you so much. And you are
Eliana."
Well, it's good to see that there's a fellow thief here. Nice to meet you. Well, I'm not a thief really, but it's good to see a thief nonetheless."
Likewise.
All right.
While they're having this exchange,
Yes.
I would like to whip out my firearm and see if he's in range.
He's not. You can't see him at this point. By the time you got out the window, he was already gone.
I do have a spyglass, so that.
I was gonna. The distance is not the issue. The issue is the buildings that have obstructed your view at this point. However, Eliana did see which direction he went, so she knows where you need to go, but you do not have a clear line of sight at this time.
Okay. I'm actually gonna hand my spyglass to Aurelius if he wants to help navigate where we should go with Eliana. Then I can drive. Elektra can man the Gatling gun, and then Haven can be our extra pair of hands in case we run into trouble, and he can shoot his little metal shards at people.
The vehicle powers up, and you begin to charge down the streets quickly. Piper, you said you're driving, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then for this action, what roll would you like to make?
Remind me what sway is again.
Sway is typically talking about persuading someone. It's, however, this is Blades in the Dark, and so if you want to be like, I sway back and forth, like one of those jumbo air machines at a at a car dealership.
Like noodle guy, yeah.
So you can do that. It's a bit of a stretch, but you can do that with Blades in the Dark.
All right, I'm gonna use sway, and I'm gonna use sway in that she is going to sway the vehicle and drift, Tokyo drift through the alleyway. She's been practicing in her downtime.
Madam.
I'm intrigued to see how this goes.
And Eliana's like clinging to the side of this vehicle for dear life because she's like only got her arm strength to hold on with.
All right. Go ahead. I will say that actually, for Eliana's sake, this is only slightly risky. So you're not in any desperate situation, and your effect isn't reduced or anything like that. But she has some riskier. So.
Well, I got a 6, so.
All right.
I think we're good. My drifting skills came in clutch.
Lucky for me.
This isn't D&D, but inspiration. You can't. It doesn't do anything because this is Blades in the Dark, but inspiration. The vehicle is sliding through the streets. The hard wheels barely hanging on. You don't have a whole lot of traction because they're not soft, grippy tires. And you can. The skidding across the cobblestone is loud, along with the hum of the motivator, the SMD. You are jamming through these alleyways, trying to catch up to Devere. However, as I said, you're noisy. He hears you coming. You pass him briefly, and he takes a shot. What? Ooh, actually, this is kind of a weird situation in D&D. Do you take an action, or do you just roll resistance? Usually, I feel like you roll resistance
What
when
if
you...
What if I don't want to take resistance?
Wait, did nobody? Is no one? Well, we had Ileana, Haven, and Aurelius on lookout, so no one saw him.
Yeah. I mean, he would have been hidden, but the
He
point
heard us
is that he's
coming, so
taking
he
a shot.
probably hid.
Wait, yeah, even if they are watching, he's taking a shot, and that's not going to protect you from a bullet.
Okay.
However,
Would heavy
the question
armor?
here, it would, if you have a feature that gives you heavy armor.
I do, but that's just for myself. So
Yeah, actually, this is interesting though. If this were D&D, I would know exactly how to have him take a shot at you, but I guess this is a little bit weird. Maybe this is unconventional for Blades in the Dark, and that's why there's not a rule that I can think of that kind of covers this. So what I will say instead, as unconventional as this may be, I will have Dever make an action, and then you can choose to resist it. He's taking a shot at the driver. That's you, Piper. So, he gets a 5. That is mixed success. So he shoots, but it's not a clean shot. This would not be a deadly injury, as it maybe should be. However, if you would like to resist it with prowess, you may. And resisting it, quote unquote, would be like dodging out of the way, reacting really quickly, or you, if you have some sort of armor, you could use that as well.
Okay. I'll resist it. And then do I just use whatever skill?
It would be prowess.
Prowess. All right. Cool.
Prowess, yeah, because this is a resistance roll.
Can I
So
say as soon as the bullet shot, I hopped off the vehicle?
Yeah, absolutely.
I got a 5.
You got a 5. All right, so you just take 1 stress, but you do not take any harm. So he takes the shot, and you jerk out of the way, and the bullet just whizzes by you. He's unable to correct his accuracy. He still has a gun, but he is looking pretty desperate himself. He was expecting you guys to be trapped and to not be able to catch up to him.
Can I shout up to Elektra as soon as the bullet went off? Piper turned the vehicle and pivoted it to face kind of like the side of it to keep like perpendicular with what the direction of the street to kind of face back towards him.
Absolutely.
And I call up to Elektra to swivel the Gatling gun in his direction.
This is actually why I jumped off the vehicle. Because as we're passing by the alleyways, that's where he took the shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I shouldn't be too far from his approximate location if I did that.
Correct. Yeah.
I would like to take a survey action to survey the area around me to see if I can tell where the bullet came from, or to see which alleyway he's in.
Oh no, you saw him. You guys were on the lookout, so you know exactly where he is. He was just able to take the shot.
Dope. I'm gonna shoot at him.
Sure. Okay, so Aurelius is gonna act first, and then if Alyssa would like, you can act next because Piper specifically told you to act. So,
sounds
what
good.
action are you taking as Aurelius?
I am going to shoot, and I'm going to use hunt.
Okay.
And I have 1. I'm rolling. Dude, let's go. 6. Let's go. Let's go.
Nice.
it's meant to be.
It's a good shot. You tick the damage wheel. It's one of 4 pieces of the pie. So you shoot him, and he clutches at his shoulder as the bullet hits him. He is unable to recover before Alyssa takes her turn.
Let's go. I actually shout at him as I shoot. I say, "Where are you going?"
Leaving so soon, but
Nowhere. No.
Wait, so quick question. Is he in the alleyway still, or is he kind of more in the open street now?
He's in a crevice in the alleyway.
Okay.
It looks like his only method of escape is like a storm drain that he was going to climb up after he took his shot.
Now,
Okay,
I do have a question for you, DM. I would like to shoot this giant Gatling gun at him. However, the buildings around us, are these buildings from the black market? Like, would they potentially have civilians inside?
Yeah, he was probably trying to get to a getaway vehicle, but you guys got out fast enough, and being able to run him down with your own vehicle, you definitely caught him before he could get there. However, he may have some other tricks, but these are black market buildings, so
we're good.
Okay. I assume they are all wooden buildings, or
stone. There's lots of stone in this little alleyway.
No. Okay.
Quick question. How close are we to the building that he is by, that was by with the storm drain that he was intending to go up?
You are really close because you turned right away, skidding to a stop. You're like right there in the alleyway.
Okay.
But in any case, it's Alyssa's turn to act, so let's resolve hers before anything else.
I am going to swivel the thing at Dever. Is Aurelius in my line of fire at all?
Not that in the way. Like if you don't control the hop, like you could hop over and shoot him, but it's not like he's blocking the way.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you fail completely, it's not out of the realm of possibility, but it's just not likely.
Okay.
I shot you last time, or I got close, so just go. Shoot me if it's necessary.
The thing I'm more concerned about is what skill you're using to shoot this Gatling gun.
I'm going to use skirmish to shoot this Gatling gun because I am physically wrestling with this Gatling gun to keep it in place.
Okay, I accept this argument. Go ahead and take the shot.
Okay. 6. The other one is a 1, so I'm very glad. I'm very glad I get to roll 2.
All right.
Great, Alyssa. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, boy.
Once again, you fire the Gatling gun, and you're not perfect with the aim. You do shake a little bit, but several bullets dig into him. This time you can see blood. You're certain he's no automaton. When you take the shot, and he is once again unable to react. He was beginning to raise the pistol, but being lit up with the Gatling gun, he's shaken. Nothing this turn.
Heyo.
Who would like to go next? At least you were going to ask a question, and I think Paul also was trying to say something.
So I actually turn to Eliana and I say, he could go down that alleyway, or he could go up that storm drain. He's not looking great, but I don't want to take any chances. Do you think you could get on the roof again? You could even use my grappling hook if it would help you get up there.
Actually, Aurelius calls out to her, and he says, Eliana, I need you to go ghost.
Dude, that's gonna be...
Yeah. Elise going for gold. Second round of inspiration.
Oh my gosh. Aaron was the one who said it.
Okay, but yeah, the theme song was next level. That's why it got inspiration.
It's actually, I don't know if you would know this, Alyssa, but it's actually International Women's Month. And so I will actually go ahead and give it to Elise.
I am shook. How dare you throw that back in my face?
Bars. That was bars. My guy.
For our audience, you need the context. My wife has been messing with me for days now over this whole Women's Month thing and how she needs to be getting special treatment. So this is referential. This isn't out of the blue. Yeah.
Do I get inspiration?
Yeah, absolutely. That earned
just means-
inspiration and a half.
This just means that it's like brownie points from the DM. The DM likes you more than everybody else when you get inspiration. That's what
Momentarily.
you get.
Inspiration is in this game, because it has no functions, is just straight kudos. Like a nebulous tally system. Okay, so what is so Eliana has been queued to do something. Do you want to take that action? If not, I'll go straight to Paul.
As a thrill seeker, I love any chance to get to use my little ghosty ability, and so even though it's kind of draining for me, I would say yeah, I'm totally down. So I nod at him and I kind of get myself to go ghost. And would my goal in catching him or kind of sneaking up behind him be to finish him off or just to kind of corner him?
So for that ability, are you choosing to fly or go invisible? Because if you'd like to fly, you can definitely fly up to the top of the building.
You can fly? Dude, that's so
Yeah.
cool.
I can
That is
fly.
so cool.
I can phase through walls. I can go invisible.
Dang, you really
Nice.
are Danny Phantom, man. That's so cool. Okay, anyway.
I was kind of thinking, if we're all on the ground, I might as well just phase through the building. That if I'm not sure how close in proximity we are to him because I never got off the car. To my knowledge, not the car, but the
you're
vehicle.
like 10 feet away. You're like 10
Okay.
feet away, but they're concerned that he's going to climb up the building because he's next to that storm drain.
I suggested either going into the alleyway to cut him off so that he can't run up down the alleyway. So maybe phase through the building and come out the other end on the other side in the alleyway so that Aurelius is on the one side cornering him from coming out and then on the other side cornering him in.
That's what I was thinking. So Eliana phases through the wall and then just goes around the other side. But I do have knives on me as well, so that is why I asked if I am to finish him off because I can, if need be, if I get close and personal.
Okay, so you take 3 stress. Or no, if you're just going for the intangible ability, then it's 2 stress. Just 2 stress. And then Devere reaches for the storm drain. And ever Trixie, it looks like he's about to climb. However, the storm drain piece pulls down, and the drain beneath opens up into a hatch, and he drops into the darkness. What do you do, Paul?
Okay. I immediately get off of the car and I'm running down straight towards the drain. I'm not letting him escape.
I'll let you go first down the drain then. And then the next person who's closest would definitely be Eliana.
Okay. Yeah. Is it dark? Pitch black?
Pitch black. Pitch Devere black.
Inspiration! Banging the credit card on the table.
Is it weird for me to do this? Obviously, if this doesn't work, then I'm just gonna go straight for Lantern. But
Very weird. I'm extremely uncomfortable right now.
dang it. Okay, never mind. But,
Dang it, Paul.
Dang it. I would like to attune. And
Okay.
somehow, some way, use the arcane to sense him. Can I do that, or would it be like a reduced effect? Because if not, then I'll do a different action.
I will say yes. Attune in Blades in the Dark is definitely meant to be some sort of ghostly ability. However, in this particular world, I've adapted it to mean mechanical functions. And so my assumption is that you're using some device to locate him. Even though that's not strictly jiving with the rules because, devices are a thing, but that's how we're playing it. You're using some form of magic to detect.
So he went down this tube. To some degree, there has to be metal down there to hold up whatever structure he went into. If it's underground.
It's a storm drain, so it's likely actually stone beneath.
Oh, really? There's no link bits of metal or anything that he could sense movement under the ground.
There's probably bits of metal, and well, I could say he could definitely sense those bits of metal that wouldn't help him locate Devere.
Ah, poo.
So, but anyway, go ahead and use your attune. I will allow it.
Okay, cool.
Again, because we're adapting the game.
6.
6. Ooh, hot dice tonight. Okay, so you find Devere. You won't lose track of him. I'll go ahead and say that that gives the next person to follow you down increased effect.
Okay.
Because you're able to help them with the location.
Perfect. Can I just, as soon as Eliana comes down, I'm gonna gesture to her where he's at to stay quiet, but to also give a very clear direction of where he's going. I'm not sure if she can really see or not, but I do it anyway.
Either way, Eliana, you are actually closest, so you get to take an action, or if you don't have any action in mind, you're welcome to skip it. But I assume you want to stab him.
Just a little bit. No,
okay.
Just out of curiosity to kind of have it better in my mind. So he fell down a storm drain. Is this like manhole-esque storm drain, or is the sewer like there's tunnels underneath that he's now in?
It's kind of like the manhole sewer big old waterway that you can walk through.
So he's got a chance to escape, like if he goes running, hobbling, whatever, if he's injured right now.
Oh yeah, and this is all his territory, so he might have other secret passageways built into this area. So if you lose track of him, it could be like following him through a labyrinth.
Oh, sick. What's the likelihood that he's gotten like very far though if he's been shot? Like
no, at this point, Haven has located him, and so you know exactly where he is. He hasn't escaped at all. So
okay.
All that you need to do is take an action to actually attack him. So which action skill are you going to use?
Could I finessely slit his throat?
Yeah, absolutely.
Ooh.
That's actually kind of the primary stat for that.
He doesn't even know you're there. Next thing you know, his throat's been slit.
Go ahead.
Cool. They're both 3.
Ooh, that is a failure. Okay, so you drop down into the sewers, or I guess into the drains, and immediately Haven directs you where to go. However, slashing wildly in the dark, you aren't able to actually find him. He seems to have slipped away. So with that, you can hear creaking stone. Only thanks to the increased effect from Haven and his locating of Devere. Have you not lost his trail? You know exactly where the stone door is that he just went through.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, go ahead.
Do you have any light sources? Like, am I able to turn a flashlight on and follow a trail of blood maybe that he's probably leaving? Or
that's a great question. Your equipment will be on your page, and if it's not there, then you don't.
Well, actually, I would argue I'm the third closest, right?
I have a lantern.
Yes.
Okay. I'm actually, because she just took her action, I'm going to use a lantern on my equipment and drop it down to them.
I think she said she had one.
I mean, if you have one, that's good.
Oh, that works though, because she's already taken an action. So Aurelius will use his turn to help you out with the lantern. And then next up we have, if you guys don't have anything and you want to let the people who are closer take their turns, that's fine. But how about the 2 people who haven't acted yet, Piper and Elektra?
I am going to put away the vehicle, for one, because we're not chasing anything in the streets anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then, are there any manhole covers nearby?
There are other ones.
Okay, because even if it's modified, it's still in that same level. You know, it's still underground. And it may meet up at some point, it may overlap. And if someone has a lantern, then maybe I can see I can pursue him from a different direction and maybe cut him off, or figure out where he's going, that he's trying to get in his getaway vehicle or getaway whatever.
So are you gonna give it a shot? Are you gonna try and go down one of the close by manholes?
I think so. I'm gonna actually, is Haven in the tunnels or is he above the tunnels?
Haven's in the tunnel.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll a fortune roll. It's a straight single d6.
Okay. That's a 3.
You drop down into a sewer. You don't see the light source that was dropped in, and you've definitely got poo in your shoe.
Dang it.
So
It's okay. I've been in worse.
Ripperoni.
finally, Elektra.
I'm gonna drop down next to Eliana with her lantern, and I'm gonna start charging ahead to go find him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do what Rachel was saying, using the light to try and follow like any blood on the ground.
Perfect. What action or what skill are you using?
I'm gonna use survey because I'm surveying the ground for blood trails, etc.
Deal. Make your roll. Tell us
Alright.
the outcome before
Hope it's better than mine.
6! Oh my gosh, I only had one die! I swear!
Yeah,
Three
boy, let's
sixes in a
go.
row! Now, to
Loaded
be fair,
dice.
all the other rolls I've had like 1s and 2s with the 6s, but
you dart in after him following the blood trail, and you catch up to him, who he's slinking against the wall, dripping blood. That's it for this episode. I am Brendan, the DM, and host for Toss the Dice here on Expedition Anything. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out our other shows on the channel. Consider joining our Patreon for various perks, or if you're just feeling generous. A big thanks to my players, Alyssa, Aaron, Paul, and Elise. And lastly, thanks to you, the listener, for sticking around until the end of the video. See ya on the next expedition.